Hey guys, so I thought I would make a video about my depot experience here within the past 2 weeks. So I graduated depot March the 25th of 2022. We are 03 Tech 22 as a class. And I kind of just wanted to, I guess, there's not a lot of information about depot. And I kind of just wanted you guys to, I guess, get a heads up about some things. The video won't be long. It's similar to an 8-week boot camp, but even then there's really not much out there for an 8-week boot camp either. So kind of want to give you guys a heads up and yeah, just talk about some stuff that I guess that could benefit you guys. So I've documented everything that I packed and I'll show you guys that. Hey guys, so I wanted to show you guys my packing or what I packed for basic training. Now this is for the Coast Guard and this is for the depot program. So what I did was they gave us the helmsman. Obviously if you're in the Coast Guard then you are familiar with the helmsman. So with the helmsman in it on page 25, it will show you and tell you what to bring and what is issued and what not to bring. So I'm going to turn my camera. So for the women and men, they have obviously a list, right? On that list, and then it says for women only, and then obviously you can read that list to kind of determine what you need, what you don't need. So I'm just going to show you guys kind of like what I packed, what it says. So I spoke with different individuals who had previously gone through the depot program within the Coast Guard, and they kind of gave me a heads up on, hey, this is something good that you could probably use, something not so much, etc., etc. So starting with, I guess, the basic information. So obviously I got some like Sharpies and some pens and stuff. Obviously I'm sure they'll give that to us, but I went ahead and did it anyway just in case, and someone told me to actually bring a silver Sharpie. Obviously birth certificate, small Bible, lotion, body wash, baby powder, bobby pins, toothbrush, toothpaste. I bought some razors. I did not bring the disposable 8-week count that they wanted us to bring. I'm not going to do that. I'm only going to be there hopefully for 3 weeks. And so hopefully I won't need more than what's in here. I don't know. Okay, so moving on from the razors. So got all of this stuff that they kind of recommended. I got my white socks, 6 pair, black socks, 6 pair. I got my underwear, 6 pair. I got some stencils, which I believe is pretty, well, they will come in handy. So we'll see. I will let you guys know. And then some white V-neck t-shirts that I heard were pretty important. I have my spandex right here. I have about 3 pair, my sports bras and a regular bra. I have my shower gloves. Hopefully they let us bring. I don't know. And then they gave me a Coast Guard backpack, but I'm going to go ahead and use this backpack. I bought it on Amazon like a year ago, and I'm just going to use it. If you have the helmsman, I would study that. Get that from your recruiter as soon as you can. Within that helmsman, you'll be able to see the depot packing list, what you need, maybe what's not necessarily needed, the stuff that you're going to get. And trust me, it is a lot. And I'll try to show you guys what that looks like as well. Depot. They took away the 1 extra week that they had once added because of the COVID ROM, I believe, the restriction of movement. So they took that away. So depot is now back to 3 weeks. It was 4. So shipped out March 6th. And basically everything was paid for, obviously, by the Coast Guard, right? So get your itinerary from your recruiter, and then that Sunday you're going to ship off, and then obviously boot camp starts that Monday, right? So March the 6th, leave DFW airport, get there to Philly, go to the USO staff members are incredible. They're incredible. So we set up the USO for a little bit. Some people were arriving late, so we had to wait on them. And then I believe we had like some bus issues. So we had to wait on a new bus to come, I think from 2 hours away, or at least an hour and a half. So waited. I think we left the USO at around 7.
Yeah, I'm looking down and I'm good on...
What's our 1955 bus at? Took literally probably an hour and a half, maybe close to 2 hours to get to Cape May, New Jersey from the Philadelphia airport. So at that time, everybody's talking to each other. Like, we're all nervous, but I think we kind of all accepted it at that point. So on the bus, you get there to Cape May, and it's literally, I think you've seen some videos before, like it's literally them like standing there at Sexton Hall with their head down and their hat covering their face. They get on the bus, they start saying, listen up. They go through their whole routine and their whole spill, and they'll tell you, get off my freaking bus now. So you run off the bus, move faster, move faster, move faster. So we're all trying to move faster, blah, blah, blah. And then we stand there. And then once you get off of the bus, you'll have a yellow triangle. Obviously, you're going to stand at a 45-degree angle, and then you're going to stand at attention until they tell you otherwise, and tell you to move. You go in a section hall. They'll give you your Gore-Tex. They'll give you your Gore-Tex, and then I believe you get your rucksack. Get all your stuff in one hand. Don't hold anything, and I think it was your right hand. Don't hold anything in your right hand, so pack light. And then carry everything over to Monroe Hall, because Monroe Hall is where depot recruits go. Now, note, Monroe Hall is also where most of the chain of command is. So you'll have your master chief, you'll have your senior chief, you'll obviously have our lead company commander. You'll have their room near the mail squad bay. You'll see it when you get there. You can't miss it. They won't allow you to miss it. So you get there to Monroe Hall, and that's basically the first night, because they're going to try to get you in bed like as soon as possible. So in the entirety of depot, we woke up at 0600, and then we tried to go to bed at around 2130. And that's lights out, like 2130, get in your rack, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I could really break down week by week, but what I can say is week 1, it was kind of like the introduction part of the Coast Guard. Like, okay, here's your comms. This is how you talk to people, which y'all need to really study the comms. Y'all need to get the comms down, because that is very important on how you address people. Also study ranks. How can we identify a chief? Chief will have an anchor. A senior chief will have 1 star above that anchor. So make sure, because it took me a while to try to figure that out, and I really had to pay attention in class and write down some notes. And the way that your CCs will explain it to you, it will make sense. And then week 2 is when I think NDOC starts. So NDOC is when Captain Felger, at that time, Captain Felger is over the training center, will come in, will talk to you. They'll give you a motivational speech, like, hey, this is what it is. Now you have your company commanders who will now lead you to be great, who will lead you to be successful. They swear an oath, and that's when pickup starts. And pickup is boot camp, per se, right? So they'll start the yelling. This is what you see on the videos, as far as them in the galley, in the cafeteria, the galley, when they're screaming in your face. Like, that's when that starts. The first week, depot recruits, we did not have that, just FYI. And so second week, the galley stuff started. Comms were serious. We had a lot of IT sessions with my depot group. IT to death, basically. You will then learn how to hold a canteen over your head. You will learn how to properly hold the rifle. And then obviously within the first week to 2 weeks, you'll have your classes, and then you'll have your tests that you need to take, and all that stuff. Classes, obviously, some of the classes we didn't get to go to because of time, and then other classes we did. Let's see, what other... We went to a lot of classes, so I can't really break down everything, but you're gonna go to a lot of classes. You're gonna meet a lot of people. You're not gonna know their rank. You're not gonna think to look at their name. It is what it is. They know that you don't know it, but you're still gonna be held accountable. So week 2 ends, still doing classes. Week 2 is also when you start doing your admin stuff. So travel, active duty will start getting their orders, I believe, setting up shipping companies to come and get their belongings and all that fun jazz. I think week 2 was also when we got our CAT cards. Don't lose those. A bunch of stuff with the yeoman, and the yeoman will come in. Week 2 was also weigh-ins. So that kind of all happens really fast. And like I said, it's fast-paced. It's a lot, but know it before you get there. You won't really have any issues. At least know some of it. Comms being definitely one. Other stuff y'all can work on. Week 3 is the graduation week. Okay, so week 3, you still have your classes. Now you start trying to get in contact with your sector or wherever you're going, trying to see if you can get a sponsor, orders, like you're setting everything up. And then you graduate on that Friday at 0800-ish, around that time. Then from there, everybody who caught a ride, oh, by the way, graduation, they didn't have a limitation on ours. It may change going forward, I don't know, but we could invite however many people we wanted to invite. Also, if you had family there, you could also go home with your family. So my family was there, but we had different airports, because obviously the Coast Guard paid for my way home with the flight back to DFW. So I wasn't going to come out of pocket in doing that. And I would advise you not to do that either. If your family comes and they're from out of state, they choose a different airport, y'all just go y'all separate ways, and then hopefully y'all can meet at whatever airport that y'all have back in your home state. Let's say that you did what I did, my family came and I decided to stay on base. There's a bus that will take us back to Philadelphia Airport. And that's another 2 hour, I say it's an hour and 30-minute drive with the bus. I think we got to the airport at around 2 o'clock. I want to say this is just a friendly, like, hey, just FYI, you can do this, because I didn't know this at first. So I was trying to line everything up with my family, since we had 2 different flights at 2 different times. The Coast Guard can only book you a flight for something after 1700, so that's 5 o'clock. I figured out that my family was going to be waiting at the airport for me for about 3 hours, because my arrival time at DFW Airport would have been like 9-10 o'clock or something like that. So what I figured out is once I got to the airport, I asked the receptionist, I was like, hey, can I by chance get moved up to an earlier flight? And she was like, yeah, that's no problem at all. So I was able to get moved up to an earlier flight, and I think it was at like 3 something. So you can do that, just FYI. So fast paced, y'all, that you're not going to retain a lot of the information. Hopefully you guys have a reserve, because I'm reserve, and I'm sure that a lot of people that's going through Depot will have a reserve liaison that they can talk to, and that's directly specific to their class, because our reserve liaison for our class is incredible. Like, that you think that you should know or that you want to know. And I'm having that problem now with my sector. I wish that we would have spent a lot more time on uniforms and stuff, but in reality, y'all, like, there's just not enough time to cover everything that people want to cover. We were blessed enough to be able to go to the 3-week boot camp. So I would say just learn everything that you can while you're there at Depot and boot camp, but you're really going to learn anyway in the fleet, so it don't matter. It really doesn't matter. Ask the questions you need to ask. If you forget it, ask somebody in your fleet. So it's been 2 weeks now that I graduated, maybe 3. I reported to my first drill today. And then we have our own hotel room, unless, obviously, because I wouldn't be doing this video if I had somebody here. And that will be a whole separate video, so just stay tuned to this channel. If you guys have any questions about Depot Bootcamp specifics, then please let me know. I do want to touch on, like, your racks, the recruit rules and regulations. Like, I wish I would have taken it a little bit more serious prior to. I had rack issues because I can't fold in like a 10 by 10. I'm not good with measurements. I'm not good with math. Just don't do that. So I had some issues with that, and I had a really good squad mate that really helped me. Is it squad bay mate? Is it bay? Anyways, she was sleeping on the top. I was sleeping on the bottom. But she helped me out a lot. So find someone there and stick with them. I also want to add this. Do not be it's all about me. I'm only going to help me. This is what benefits me. No, like, y'all are a team. Like, you need to learn that y'all are a team ahead of time, and it will be a lot easier. It will be so much easier if y'all can learn that. That is my suggestion. That is Depot, not broken down specifically a day by day within the weeks, because it's literally all the same. You're doing classes regardless every single day. Doing classes and IT sessions. So be prepared. Come physically fit. Be prepared. Be prepared to pass your PFT. Be prepared to pass your swimming. Everything that you need to pass, be prepared. Before I forget, because I just mentioned it, your PFT will be on a Tuesday, I believe it was. Just kidding. Swimming was on a Tuesday. Swimming was first, and then we turned around and we did the PFT that Wednesday. So it is very quick. So be prepared, y'all. I hope I'm not forgetting anything, but if I am, please comment. Let me know if y'all have any specific questions. Pack light, they do give you a lot of stuff, and there is an exchange on base that they will allow you to go to. So just try to pack as light as possible. You won't need that many changes of clothes. I think you wear your clothes that you shipped off with anyway to bed that first night. So the first night, wear your civilian clothes that you were traveling in, and then the next day you're gonna wake up that Monday and hopefully go get your ODUs, go get your PFT gear, all that. And then that's when all the fun starts, because they'll start destroying your rack, and yeah, it's another stressor is what it is. But I'm all over the place. I apologize. I'm trying to remember stuff that happened 2 weeks ago, or longer than that really. But anyways, okay guys, I'm gonna end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will do a video about my first drill weekend, probably tomorrow sometime. So let me know if you have any questions ahead of time. Thanks. Lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles and stuff on mine. And then I just ordered some mozzarella sticks. Ha!